What is going on, people? Welcome to the United Stand Europa League draw. That is what it is. Apologies if I took a little bit longer to start. Just want to get my bearings and make sure everything's online. Is that an issue? That's fine. Listen, it's the Europa League draw. That's what it is. We've got to get into this. It is probably about... Look, they always start and then they start telling you about who won the Europa League in 1906 or whatever. You know, we're going to get into who is left in the pot. That's for sure. Who you want? Who do you guys want as well? Who are you feeling in the Europa League? A lot of people saying they want Arsenal. They scraped through against Benfica. You want Arsenal, get that out of the way. A lot of people saying they want Tottenham, get Jose out. Or do you want to save? You've got AC Milan in there, Ajax, some big teams. Or Mulder for Ollie. Would it be nice to get Mulder for Ollie? Let him have the little reunion kind of thing, you know, with the Norwegian guys. Chill out a bit. No upsets or anything. A lot of people saying Rangers in the cut as well. Stevie Gerrard, would be nice to dump them out. So there's some tasty ties. There are some tasty ties. So lock in. We know we don't want to be in Europa League, but that's where we're at the moment. It's an important trophy for us this year. You know how much Ollie wants to win it. I'm just watching some of the goals back there from Arsenal yesterday. So I've got the BT YouTube going as well. And it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I think we're going to look at some of the other teams of how important it is to them as well and what some of the ties would look like with who we get as well. But from also, I've got to start on this though. Last night's game. Mark touched on it at his 10 o'clock show saying there was a lot of negativity around the performance. I ain't going to lie. I had negativity around the performance as I did because I know it was about game management and it didn't have to be about, you know what I mean, playing super well because the tie was dead from the first leg. But like, we're fans of football. We're fans of United. I just want to be entertained. I just wanted for a chance to see, you know, let's just be entertained. Start Ahmad from the start. Drop Wan-Bissaka so he doesn't have to get injured. Don't have to bring on Rashford. The Bruno situation, I understand. So for me, I was more like, from an entertainment perspective, I was like, come on, man, just give us... Like, why can't we go out there and win 3-4-0 again with Ahmad starting, Shoreteri getting some extra minutes and just put the game to bed? But maybe more fool us. It was more, you know, with the injuries that we got, the games we got coming up, it is about keeping everyone fresh. I understand that. Which, to be fair, like I said in my match reaction yesterday, Solskjaer gambles paid off because he had a few gambles in there. We can't act like he didn't have a few gambles. For me, it's a gamble bringing Rashford off the bench for half an hour, for 45 minutes. I think even in Rashford's performance, apart from the free kick where he thought, I'll have a bit of this, he almost, I could be completely wrong, but he almost played like, I don't want to get injured. I'm not really on this. Yeah, we got Chelsea on in a couple of days. I'm not really on this. Yeah, he almost was playing like that. So that was a gamble. It was a gamble playing Wan-Bissaka. Although he came off at half time and it shows that you don't want to overdo him. It's a gamble. Like, just put Axel right back. I know when Brandon Williams come on, he done a madness and nearly got sent off, yeah. But he could have started the game and then feed his way into the game. Do you know what I mean? So I get it. I don't want to be pedantic. Some people could be saying, you know, why'd you care? Like, you know, we won the game. Would you care? But it was a risk. It was a risk. Big up everyone in the free seats as well. I've got my comments here. I've got the super chats up as well. So don't think I'm going to miss them because I won't. Isaac Sprem says, I am from Mold, so don't know if I want them. He's from Molder. So Isaac, I don't know. I think it'd be nice for Ollie, man. It'll be nice. You know, it's his birthday today. It'd be nice if he can draw a Molder. You know what I mean? Go and do the thing on them. Nice, easy tie to get through. A lot of people saying Slavia Prague as well. Obviously, they beat up Leicester. I didn't even check what team Leicester put out actually, but you know, Leicester's another one. I'm just looking on the stream now, and again, they haven't actually started. Hopefully, they start and they don't do that whole history thing. Because no offense to the Europa League, yeah, or the UEFA Cup as it used to be. No offense, because you know we've won it. It just doesn't have that same feel. Like, I don't really care who won the UEFA Cup or Europa League in, you know what I mean, 1996. It's just, you don't need to do that. And the best players and all that. I just want to know who we're going to get. That's all I care about. Oh, it's starting now, so hopefully we'll get a little bit. Hopefully it goes straight into it. Just to let you guys know the teams that we can get. There's no... kind of caps involved where you can't draw a team from your own country. That was in the last round of 32s, round of 16 now. So now we can get Ajax, Arsenal, Dynamo Zagreb, Dynamo Kiev, Granada, not Man United, Milan, AC Milan, Molde, Olympiacos, Rangers, Roma, big team, Shakhtar Donetsk, Fred's old team, Slavia Prague, Spurs. Be good to face them at some stage, although I probably prefer to face them in the crunch semis or finals. And Villarreal, Eric Bailly's old team, and Young Boys. I remember when we went out to Switzerland a couple of years ago, actually, in the Europa League. So the draw is about to start. For me, who do I want? Who do I want out of this? For me, I don't want one of the big ones yet. I want to just get a nice... Actually, I wouldn't mind the Arsenal tie. But because I want to put them out of it, I'd rather it later, like a semi-final, bang, slap them out, or a final. Jose over 2 legs. I mean, how are you not feeling about that? Jose over 2 legs. You know they play dead football. You know that he's got problems. But Jose over 2 legs could be a bit of a madness. That could. You know what he's like? He's a cup manager, and you know about Ollie with the tactics and stuff and how he sets the team up against Jose over 2 legs. Who's wanting that? I don't know. Let me know what you guys are saying about that. I've got it on mute here. Guy is just talking in a suit. Nice little navy blue suit. He's doing his thing. So a lot of people in the comments are saying Arsenal. A lot of people saying Tottenham will win if we have to play them. A North London derby could be a madness as well, though. I wouldn't mind seeing that. So I'm going to be boring. I'm going to go with Molde. I don't want to play AC Milan yet. Rangers is a tasty one as well. I know Alex was talking in the fan forum saying that he was a little bit not really sure, Steven Gerrard, etc. But I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that at all. Bring on Steven Gerrard's Rangers. I wouldn't mind that at all. M&M is the best. Says, hi Flex. I would like either Spurs or Arsenal or Rangers. Get them out early. Come on United. Keep up the good work, man. Big up yourself. Says M&M that is the best. You know, I haven't really thought about it like that in terms of if you get one of these teams early, you get the chance to get them out. I'm more thinking I want to face them at the crunch time. But then again, you think who we've been facing in crunch semi-finals, not just in the Europa League. Like when we had Chelsea in the FA Cup, you're going to have to play someone difficult at that stage. Semi-final, obviously last year was Sevilla, and they went on to win it again, didn't they? I'm sure they won it, yeah. So technically, yeah, I suppose you kind of do want to play one of them early and not late, and then have to play them at, you don't know. Someone like Slavia Prague, or maybe even Molde, or who else is in there again? Shakhtar or Dynamo Kiev or even Granada might get through with the draws, and then you might have to play them in a semi-final, which probably does help. I'm going to get through the super chats as well. Loads of super chats here. One from Chilled Aussie says, watch us get Ajax and Ollie will play Donny a full game against his old team. Writings on the wall. Yeah, even Enric van der Sar was saying maybe we might get you. Be good to see you. Donny needs to get fit first, but that would be nice. But then again, knowing that Donny never plays, let's face it, it would be just his luck, just like it's been his luck to get injured when other players get injured. It would be just his luck to get to that stage when we draw Ajax and then he's injured, or Ollie just don't play him against Ajax. That would be typical. St. Jimmy 16 says, bring on Milan, Zlatan versus Bruno. That would be interesting. You know, Dallo I don't think would be able to play against us. They've got Tomori over there as well. They've got some good players. So yeah, Zlatan against Maguire and Lindelof is a bit nuts though. That's a bit nuts. I ain't really trying to see that. Guys. I've got to be honest. Paul Bolton, thanks for the contribution, says, I think McTominay will make the Chelsea game and let Matic play a full 90. At his age, we could have got him off the pitch for a rest, but didn't. But unsure on Cavani, but I'm hopeful. Yeah, but you know what? It's kind of a risk. It's kind of a risk. The draw hasn't started yet. It's kind of a risk though with the McTominay situation, because okay, yes, we need him back, and we need him back ASAP. But if you deep it, he hasn't really been playing for the last couple of weeks. He's been injured, and then he's got to start training again. And to fling him into the Chelsea game is a big one. I mean, we know that Pogba's going to be out as well for an extra couple of weeks. And look, Mark, he alluded to it, saying on a low that he's a bit injury prone, Pogba, and you've got to say he does get quite a few injuries. Some people are on the conspiracy thing of like, he just wants to get a move. He's not trying. He's going to just use the injury to kind of peter himself out. But it is a shame because we do need Pogba. We can see when he don't play, we're a worse team. We are a worse team without a doubt. I don't see that being untrue. Smash a like if you're watching. Subscribe if you're new as well. We're on that road to a milli, just under 7,000, or it might be just over 7,000 subs away from that. You don't know what to do. We've got just under 11,000 watching live, waiting for our fate in the Europa League. Who's this, Don? He's in another suit. You wait for an official. We're waiting for him as well. Come on, man. Just draw. Just pull out the balls. Like, pull the balls out, man. Pull the... You lot are mad. You know what I mean? Draw the balls. No innuendos. It's too early. We're not past the watershed. Callum Turner says, can't wait for KG to wear the weave. Listen, if Martial does a madness against Chelsea, KG's going to be in his wife's weave, or in his wife's wig, which I can't wait to see that as well. There's still not someone shuffling the balls yet. You know it's time when they start doing this, and it's a bit mad. Up front's like doing that, and they're not doing that. There's no ball shuffling yet. So you lot let me know when the ball shuffling's there. Do you know what I mean? Oh, they've got a little live thing in there in the corner as well. That's not too bad. But yeah, back to the McTominay situation. I mean, you look at the Chelsea game. Matic and Fred are going to have to play in that game. Like, they're going to have to play in that game. And that could be an issue. I think it gives you a sense of, how can I say, like, security playing them two. There's nothing wrong with that. It gives you a sense of security, but what it doesn't do is give you the creativity. And depending on how Chelsea play in that game, it could be a good thing that we've got that protection there. I hear that, but when we are in possession, we're going to want to break quickly and make things happen and, thread the ball through an eye of a needle or start attacks from deep. And Matic and Fred don't really do that. They offer us different things. So I think Sunday's going to be a boring game. I really do. I think it's going to be a boring game. I really do. Who's drawing these balls? He's just standing there with his hands crossed like he's standing in a wall for a free kick. This guy, I've got it on mute, so I don't know what he's saying. I don't know why they always do this. Like, just tell us who we're going to play. That's all we want to know, so we can get into it. Do you know what I mean? That's all I really want to know. My God. Another thing I want to ask you lot as well is how important are you seeing this for Ollie as well? With the Europa League, because the way he's picking the team right now is a bit nuts. The way he's picking the team right now, I'm saying something's got to give. Something's got to give, because he isn't making loads of changes. Like where we're seeing like blatantly rest Bruno or blatantly rest Rashford or rest Maguire or rest Wan-Bissaka or the key players. He ain't really doing it because Ollie wants to smoke. He really wants like a trophy. And I understand that. We can't keep being nearly men. We have to cross that line. But we know the league's gone. But we have to balance not getting drawn into a top four situation. So I understand that. You don't want to get into a top four scrap. So if we beat Chelsea, that'll be 9 points clear of them. And that gives a nice little arm's length cushion. And Leicester go to play Arsenal as well. And you can laugh at Arsenal all you want, but they're still capable of going to Leicester and getting a result. Do you know what I'm saying? So especially after Leicester getting knocked out. Although they won't have more games, which is actually a downer for us. They won't have as many games. It's probably better for them that they're not in it. But, Brendan Rodgers, he should want to kick on as well. Like, Leicester are good enough to compete in the Europa League with the squad they got. Well, I thought they would have been. Again, I didn't see how seriously they took it last night. Someone in the draw let me know. Someone in the comments let me know if they played a strong team. But they should be competing. But them not being in it now is definitely a positive for Brendan Rodgers and Leicester. I think their fans will potentially see it like that in terms of the running and finishing as high as you can. And West Ham, they got City as well. All due respect to West Ham. Hopefully they do pull off a result, but they ain't beating City. They ain't beating City at the Etihad. I can't see that. Hopefully we'll get some of that, but Jay Lings can do his thing. But I can't see that happening. To be honest. Super chat here is from Brad Bowden. Big up Brad. Says, hi Flex. Bit off topic, but does Tuanzebe playing CDM yesterday make you worry? Ollie might not get one in the summer, and the board will say use Axel. Wow, Brad. You know what? I didn't even think of it. Oh, there's people there to handle the balls now. This is right. He looks familiar. Who's that guy? His hair's crisp, and he's got a little bob as well. Does it worry me? Nah. I see what you're saying, because you look at how the board moves. The board moves very nuts. It does. Like, when we play players in a certain position, sometimes they are inclined to say, you don't need to use the money. I get it. I've done a piece on United Stand today talking about our midfield and who we need in it. But seeing Axel there, surely not, because Pogba's going to leave. In my opinion, Pogba's going to leave. When he leaves, we got to get a replacement, unless they're going to put Donny in there, which I can't see. And we need a defensive midfielder. an out-and-out defensive midfielder, and Ndidi, a Zakaria, not Tillemans, a Rice. We need it. You know what I mean? We need that type of player. If Kante's available, I'll go and get Kante. Do you know what I'm saying? We need a defensive midfielder. So I'm not, in this instance, Brad, I'm not worried that they're going to say use Axel there. Like, Axel is not a centre midfielder. He can't even get a game at centre half, which is that's more worrying for me in terms of the Axel situation. I don't like that. Steve says Flex, he is desperate for a trophy. He would do anything, it seems, to get one. You only have to look at the lineup last night and we will see it next Europa League game as well. Yeah, look, he is going very, very strong on this. He is going very, very strong. But do you know what? I don't mind it to an extent. I don't mind it to an extent. But with the squad that we've got, and we've got a few holes in it, he should be using it more. I get we got injuries now, so you can't really moan at that. He should be using it more. But we are Man United as well, guys. And if we want to get back to, you know what I'm saying, resembling a shadow of what we were, like, our thing is winning. Like, the people talk about the United way and the United DNA and, like, bringing through youth and playing wingers and 4-4-2, the old way of playing. But first and foremost, like, our way is winning. Like, we need to win shit. So for me, I don't mind Ollie taking it seriously when we get to big rounds. Don't get me wrong, early on, yeah, I agree. He could have made some changes yesterday. But he didn't. So, yeah, for me, he has to take certain things seriously because, look, we need to go for the FA Cup. We need to go for the Europa League. We wanted to be in the Champions League and we have to drop down to this. So I want to win it. I'm not one of these fans who's like, forget the Europa League, play the kids every time, it doesn't matter. Well, we ain't winning the Premier League. We ain't winning the Premier League. We're 10 points behind City. And we have to play Chelsea now, and we could end up with a draw and end up further. We could end up 12 points behind City by the time we play them. Lose against City, let's say worst case scenario, and be 15 points off in second. And then City just ran away and done a madness. So we ain't playing for the Premier League title right now. Oh, he's shuffling the balls. We ain't playing for that. So for me, he's got to go for it. Right, the balls are being pulled out. He's twisting the knobs off. I'm saying mad stuff right now. I'm excited. I'm acting like it's Champions League. First name out of the hat is Ajax. Who's wanting Ajax, though? I don't want Ajax right now. Let's see what you guys are saying. Second name out the ball. Out the pot. He's shuffling. I don't want Ajax, I'll be honest. I don't want Ajax. Who is it? Young Boys. Alright, cool. Ajax against Young Boys. Cool. I don't mind avoiding Eric Ten Hag. You know what I'm saying? Good manager. Be nice for Donny to play against Ajax and that, but I ain't really trying to see Ajax right now. I ain't. I kind of really, what I want is, which is quite selfish, but I don't care, I want the other teams around us, the other good teams, to get drawn against each other, like Arsenal, AC Milan, Arsenal, Tottenham, AC Milan, whatever. Second one's coming out now. Who's this? Dynamo Kiev. I'll take them. Any takers for Dynamo Kiev? I'll take Dynamo Kiev, 100%. I don't mind that at all. Let's see who comes out. It's not even like the number thing, is it? They're just drawing the balls now. It's a bit different. Come on. Man United, go on. Villarreal. Okay. Villarreal. That's fine. Everyone's a lot of people are saying Tottenham Arsenal in the comments on the BT stream. I'm not really, like I said, I would love to see that. As a neutral, I'd love to see Tottenham Arsenal. That's what I mean. I want the best teams to go against each other. Let's see who comes out now. He's shuffling up the balls again. And he stopped doing that. It's going to get clipped. Doing the madness. Come on, draw the next thing. Let's go. Chop. Roma will be an interesting tie. You know what I mean? Big team. They still got... Where is Zeko still there? No, I don't think he is. I don't really know who Roma have anymore, but big team. You know what I mean? They'll be one, you know, big club, big history. Is it going to be us? Who is it? Shakhtar Donetsk. Roma against Shakhtar. Again, so some of the big boys still there. Tottenham, Arsenal, us obviously, AC Milan. They're the ones you're looking out for. Rangers as well. So yeah, we're still not there yet. We haven't been drawn out. If you just joined us, smash a like on the video. Nearly 15,000 people watching as well. That's dope. Smash a like on the video and make sure you lot subscribe as well. Round of 16 Europa League draw. If you just joined us, Man United have not been drawn out as yet. Next ball. Who is this? Olympiacos. Greece. I'll take that. Give us Olympiacos. I wish we was going to the games, man. This is the point where me and Josh will be like, oh, I hope we draw somewhere where it's just hot. I don't even care who it is. Can we just get a nice place to go to? It's a shame. Those days seem so distant. Long, man. I can't wait to get back to games. That's one thing honestly, I cannot wait to get back travelling again and get back to games. So hopefully after May we'll see that. Who's Olympiacos got? Is it us? Arsenal! Arsenal, man. Arsenal get the easy tie. Wanted them to get a hard one. But then, to be fair, knowing Arsenal, they'll probably find a way to make that close as well. Arsenal against Olympiacos. So we can't get Arsenal. We have to wait for that one further down the line if they get there. Next one coming up. Let's see what we're doing here. Come on. Bring us out. Bring us out so we can get off this draw and talk about it. Dynamo. Jink Dynamo. Croatia. Okay, let's see. Let's see where we're at. Dynamo Zagreb. Let's have a look. Who they're going to draw them with. I'll take Dynamo Zagreb. Come on. United. Tottenham. Okay, so we can't get Tottenham. They're not getting... The other teams like Arsenal and Tottenham, Ajax, they might not got drawn together, but it means we don't have to face them. Do you know what I mean? So that's not... I'll take that. I'll take that because now really is... And Roma's out of there. It's really only AC Milan that we can back up on and Rangers. So the bigger ones are kind of going away now. So let's see what's going on here. Let's see what's going on here. Who's this? Manchester United! United! Right, let's go. It's going to be AC Milan. Do not be AC Milan. Be Mulder. Be Mulder. Be Mulder. What are you lot saying? What are you lot saying? What are you lot saying? Be Mulder. Be Mulder. Come on, do it for Ollie, man. Give them Mulder. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Bet it's going to be Rangers or something, innit? Or AC Milan. Oh, you knew it! You knew it! AC Milan. Man United, AC Milan. Zlatan against Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof. Zlatan comes back to Old Trafford. This is massive though. Do you know what? Actually, I'm here for it now. Now it's happened. The return of Zlatan, although he was talking some absolute madness on social media today, which I didn't like, but that's for another story. Zlatan returns. AC Milan, Man United. What are you lot saying? How are you lot feeling about that? I just knew it. There's me saying the bigger teams are getting drawn, but not against each other, and then we go and get them. So left is Granada, Molde, Rangers, and Slavia Prague. Whatever. Don't even care anymore. Like, you know, is it rigged or are you lot happy with that? That's interesting, isn't it? AC Milan. I mean, tough draw. It's tough. It's tough. Super Chat's coming in now. Let's get you lot's thoughts on that. Rory says they put Arsenal out last year. Yeah, true. What Olympiacos? Oh, they did, innit? Yeah, they did. They did Olympiacos, to be fair, actually. Yeah, true. They knocked Arsenal out last year. Revenge tie, says Gabriel. Yeah, whatever. Forget about Arsenal. If you're just joining us, Europa League live draw. Man United have drawn AC Milan. I mean, how do I feel about that? At the beginning, I wanted to avoid the big teams. I'm not going to lie. I wanted a nice kind of, just an easy run through. But I suppose... What are we really playing for? Let's get to that. What are we really playing for? Let's start playing some of the bigger teams. And AC Milan is a big team. What are they? Second in Serie A. Just lost to Inter Milan the other day, so they lost the lead there. But I like it. I like it. Bring it on. It's a tasty tie. That's, you know what I mean. Like, it's been boring playing some of the smaller teams. I did want Mulder. I understand that for more sentimental reasons for Ollie and just to kind of coast through until the big games. But then, if you, like someone said before the draw was done, if you beat AC Milan, you're then looking at it like you've got one of the big ones out. And if we're serious about winning it, we're going to have to play these teams at some point. So step up. Aram says, can Dallo play? I don't think Dallo will be able to play. I'll have to check that. Someone let me know. I'll have to check that. I don't think Dalot will be able to play. If he can, great. Let's see what happens. But I don't think so. NG Music says we can take Milan. It ain't that peak. Yeah, Milan aren't what they used to be. Zlatan ain't what he used to be, although he's still a very good player. And I think it is a tasty tie. Rob says, hey Flex, I'm really happy with that draw. We got to beat these teams to win the tournaments, which I was just alluding to. I agree with you there. Be a real test. Hopefully a great game. Come on, buzzing for that. Yeah, I agree. I like that, Rob. I like that. It is about that, because if you think about it, we live for the big games. We got knocked out of the Champions League because we couldn't get a draw out of 2 games. We couldn't get 1 point from 2 games against Leipzig and PSG. And we got dumped in Europa. So it'd be nice to kind of have some big games in Europa, I suppose. Now you're looking at it, that's probably how it should be. Another super chat here from Raul says, United get tougher matches in Europa than City get in the Champions League. I mean, City get good draws in everything, don't they? Whether it's the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, the Champions League. They seem to do that a lot, don't they? To be honest with you. And Joseph says loan players are eligible to play against their parent clubs in Europe, so Dalot can play, says Joseph Terrell. Big up yourself, Joseph, if he's right on that information. So if Dalot does play, here's the thing, what's someone like Dalot thinking? Dalot's probably looking at Wan-Bissaka all last year, couldn't get a kick, couldn't get a game, goes out to AC Milan, plays quite a lot from what I see, plays quite well, probably thinking he might want to set up camp there. Now he has a chance to play against us. He's got a point to prove. Zlatan. Will Zlatan have a point to prove? No. Zlatan is too arrogant to have a point to prove. But will Zlatan want to score against us? Will Zlatan want to put one over on us? Of course. He's Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He's going to want to do us over. He's going to want to prove why, in his words, in his mind, he's the best football player in the world. He's the best striker in the world, in Zlatan's view. So that's going to be interesting. Andrew Mac 96 says, Flex, can Bruno play Sunday? He got his 5th yellow. Yeah, the yellow card thing has been reset. That's fine. Bruno can play. And Jose Sajan says, Oli needs to be tested proper before rolling out a new contract. I'm happy with the draw. That's interesting, actually, because you look at, Oli's contract renewal coming up. At the end of this year, he'll have 1 year left. So he's going to need an extension soon. Remember what we did with Jose when we gave him that contract extension? For doing nothing. I remember when Jose got that contract extension, I was like, what's he really done to warrant this though? What are we doing here? And then it went to shit, and then we ended up sacking him. The way Oli got the job, obviously, yes, we went on that mad run and he got the job. But this will be interesting because we need to see some progress in these cup competitions, guys, if I'm honest. Like, I know I've stuck by the fact that we can afford to finish, 2nd or 3rd and be a little bit off the top. And that could be seen as progress if we go from 3rd to 2nd. But nah, I don't. We need to win something, or we need to start going further in these competitions. So you're right. Some people are kind of reserving judgment for Oli's contract extension for now. But I don't know really. I think if you look at some of the progress he has made with the squad and what he could do if you back him properly, then some people might say their minds are already made up and he's earned the contract extension already. I'm saying wait a bit, because there's still time for catastrophe. If we drop off, don't finish 2nd, scrape 4th or don't get 4th and finish trophyless, where's the progress? You're going backwards then, and then there's a big decision to be made. But if we hold our position in and around 2nd/3rd, end up finishing 2nd, can get a trophy, he's done his job, you know what I mean? And then we kick on. Perunai says, I understand you're being positive, Flex, but we don't need difficult fixtures during this congested schedule. I hear what you're saying. We do need players back, actually. That is a flip side. AC Milan kind of scrunched in between crunch games against the top 6, trying to secure that 2nd spot with Leicester breathing down our necks. It's probably not the best. But I don't know. I'm more on the side of, you know what I mean? I don't want to say to be the best, you got to beat the best, because this isn't the best competition. But within the competition you're in, if we want to be the best team within that competition, we do have to beat the best team. So I kind of look at it that way, but I see what you're saying there. Danny King says, Dalot doesn't start as much as people think for Milan. Fair enough. I'm not going to profess to, I've been watching them week in, week out. I know he was on a good run and was doing well. I did read, but I haven't checked on him in the last month or two, so fair play. Varun says, Zlatan doing a madness against United. We've got to talk about that as well, what it'd be like against, Bailly surely now has to play. St. Jimmy 16 says, haha, I told you Flex, going to be a massive game. You did. I think St. Jimmy did say we're going to draw AC Milan. Let me make sure I've got through the super chats here, guys. Yeah, we've read that one already. Loan players are available. Chilled Aussie says, AC Milan don't have Kaka anymore. They ain't that formidable team anymore. People were arguing that we're the new AC Milan. The team that was once a giant, had the best players, had the Seedorfs, Ronaldo, Kaka. I remember when Pato was there, Robinho, Pirlo. My God, they've had some amazing players over the years. Inzaghi. Wow. Nesta, Maldini. Cannavaro play for AC Milan. Proper players anyway, you know what I mean? Cafu. Proper players. Did Cafu play for them? I'm sure Cafu used to play for AC Milan. Can't remember. But anyway, you're right. They're not the same team. But guess what, chilled Aussie? We ain't the same team as well. It's basic. It's kind of like the battle of the ex-giants, isn't it? The battle of the striving to be giants again. That's what this game is. It's quite sad, really. You think back to when we played AC Milan in that night when Rooney scored a brace. You know what I mean? When we won 3-2, Seedorf scored a goal as well. Rooney scored a header. Scholes scored a goal as well when we won 3-2 out there. You think back to then, Beckham, yeah, he used to play for them as well. You think back to then of what that game was to what it is now. It's actually mad sad. Rival fans will be looking at this and say, mate, wake up and smell the coffee. You're shit now. This is what it is. But it is that realisation. And then we're not even meeting each other in the Champions League. If we was meeting each other in the Champions League, it would still be a discussion point of, you know, where the teams are at. Look at the names on the field and that, you know, they haven't been winning Serie A, Juventus dominating, and we haven't been winning the Premier League. But the fact we're meeting in Europa League just sums it up, man. Sums it up. It's so shit. Like, it's just crap. You know what I mean? It really is. Ayush says, Flex, as someone who watches Serie A, AC Milan are the perfect copy of us in Serie A. Can play football, but they're best when they're on the counter-attack. Yeah, they got Hakimi as well. He came from Dortmund. He's a good player. So it will be a tasty tie. And you know what? If Oli gets knocked out by these, if we get knocked out by these, the inquest will start. It will 100% start. Actually, the more you look at this, there's massive pressure in this game, in this tie. Because if we go, you know what I mean? It is damned if you do, damned if you don't. But if Solskjaer gets knocked out by them, it will be tactically inept. Can't even beat an AC Milan team that ain't the best anymore. La-di-da-di-da. You let a 36-year-old or whatever Zlatan is now, 40 or whatever, 50-year-old, come and badge you up. You get outdone in midfield. You let Dallo, a player that we sent on loan, outshine. You can just see the headlines. But if he does beat them, and we do go through, if we do manage to get past AC Milan, then it turns into a whole kind of, you know what, sit down Oli haters. Oli ain't got no tactics. Stand up Rashford, stand up Bruno, look at it. Because let's face it, they're going to be worried about us too. Do you know what I'm saying? They're going to be worried about too. Hakimi's Inter Milan. Sorry, my bad. Hakimi's Inter Milan. I knew he went to Milan club, but yeah, so they haven't got Hakimi. But yeah, they've got good players. Zlatan versus Bailly is going to be interesting. Gabriel No, thanks for the super chat, says Zlatan chomping at the bit to show Harry how to score headers. If Victor plays with him, there's going to be a puddle left on the crime scene. That's what I'm not trying to see, guys. I already think, look, we already know, right? We already know, regardless, yeah, that Bailly needs to play. Lindelof and Maguire give us nightmares. Already for Sunday, with Giroud, I'm thinking them two are giving me nightmares. I need Bailly to play again. Zlatan? Imagine Zlatan just doing that thing. Just rassing them up. You just know it. You just know it. And you look at the relationship that Zlatan had with Eric Bailly. They were always having fun together in the dressing rooms. They was always doing their thing. And I would love to see him play against Zlatan. Bailly will be looking at this draw and being like, you better be playing me, Oli. Do not F this up. Don't mess me about. You need to be playing me against Zlatan. Yeah? It's a certain player you need to go against Zlatan. And I know some people might say he's not the Zlatan of this, he's not the Zlatan of that, he's not the same anymore. But he can still do unbelievable things in any moment. He's still a top striker because he is that good. And Bailly will be looking at saying, you best be playing me, Oli. Don't come with any bullshit. Play me. Southpaw Love Sports says, LOL, Turin first, now Milan. United doing Italian tour. Yeah, 100%. We are. And Siggy Johnson says, AC Milan use heavy rotation in Europa. All focus is on the Serie A. That's what. But then I would challenge you with this. Fair enough if that's what they do, Siggy. I don't know, but I'll take your point. But then now they've been drawn against a team like us. Is their emphasis going to change? But you're right. They're in a title race. They are actually in a title race with Inter Milan as well. I think they're up there. Let me check the Italian league actually. Let me see where they are. Serie A table, league table. So yeah, so Inter Milan are top with 53. AC Milan are second with 49 points, and Juventus is kind of slipping, man. Oh no, but they got a game in hand. 22 games played. They got a game in hand, and they're on 45 points. So they'll be on 48, which will still be in third place. So if they win that game in hand, so yeah, as the title race hots up, to be fair, you have got to take that into consideration. Will they be kind of prioritizing games in that rather than Europa League? I don't know. I can't speak for AC Milan, but my gut feeling would be that now they're drawn against Man United, though, it's a big game. If they got drawn against the Olympiacos or the Molde or the whoever, the Granada, then maybe yes, they would have done it like that. But I see them taking us seriously, to be fair. Ready HD says to be the best, you need to beat the best. 100%. I touched on that earlier. Even though it's in the second tier competition, to be the best, we do need to beat the best. Kamor 18 says time to Henderson is half as good as they claim. Oh, time to see. Okay, time to see if Henderson is half as good as they play. Well, what do you guys think on that? Should Henderson... Mark was touching on this as well in his 10 o'clock show. De Gea is... Look, we're not in the Champions League anymore. De Gea wants to win Europe. He wants to play in the biggest games because he's our number one. He doesn't want to just play in the Premier League and that's it. We're not going to win the Premier League. So De Gea wants to win stuff too. So what are you lot saying? Play Henderson from now to the end of the Europa League campaign? Should he be playing in that? Or do you think Oli will do it game by game like what he done like before? When we get to the latter stages, he brings in De Gea and moves out Romero, which a lot of us thought was bad. George Bailo 3 says, as I said to you on the live yesterday, I knew we wouldn't win 3 or 4-0. We was lucky not to concede, but we still won and we moved. Oh, big up George. You was actually the person I was talking about in the fan forum, and I was saying, someone was saying on Instagram live that we need to be careful about this and we'll probably get too arrogant and think we're going to win 3 or 4-0. You did say that. Big up George. You did say that. What are you saying, George, about this AC Milan game then? You know what I'm saying? What's your thoughts on that? Varun says both Man United and Milan are at 49 points. What, in the league? They're not on 49 points. Oh, they are on 49 points. So are we. Oh, right, okay, I see what you're saying. That's ironic. And Chilled Aussie says, imagine Mark's reaction if Zlatan scores a header against Harry Maguire. Laugh my arse off. Bloody hell, he's bloody done it again. Zlatan comes back and he retires Maguire. This is why Bruno should be the captain. He's bloody done it again. I don't even want to bang my table too tough, but that's what Mark's going to be doing if that happens. But you know what? Big up Harry Maguire, because this is the thing for him as well, to lay a marker. Harry Maguire, look, we're not in the Champions League. You want to be doing your thing. You want to be playing against the best players. Zlatan is one of those. He needs to own it. He's the captain. Obviously, he's going to be playing. He needs to be playing against Bailly, for me. Alongside Bailly, sorry. But, come on, man. Like, fix up. Let's not have a Mark meltdown to that. Do you know what I'm saying? Grassroots Coach says, I watch Serie A a lot. AC Milan have a lot of injuries recently. Milan's best players are Simon Kajar at centre-back, Rodriguez at left-back, and Benassia at centre-mid, and Ibra. Okay, fair enough. I'm not going to wish injuries on them, but you know, we'll see what their squad's looking like as they play us. And Sem Philpott says De Gea should play against AC Milan, in my opinion. His shot stopping will be needed against Zlatan. If Bailly plays, we won't need the box commanding. Fair point. I like that, Sem. I like that, because this is what I'm saying. Like, it's about just picking the best keeper for the job. We're playing against a good opposition. It'd be a great experience for Dean Henderson. It will. It'd be great experience for Dean Henderson, but I don't know. I just got this feeling like this Dean Henderson thing's getting a bit boring now. Like, at the beginning, I just wanted him to come in to be the guy to, you know, give David De Gea a kick up the arse, and that's what he's done. Like, for me, Dean Henderson's already done his job. Like, this whole like bringing out Dean Henderson and making him number one straight away, dash out De Gea. I've never really had energy for that, to be honest. For me, De Gea was playing shit. He was in awful form, making uncharacteristic mistakes, and I felt that he was too complacent. I felt like De Gea, after playing really... I always remember the game against Watford. Yeah, and big up any Watford fans that are watching. But I always remember the game against Watford because they deserved to win that day. But it really pissed me off because of the manner of how we lost that game. You know, when De Gea ran into it, I think the ball come up, and I think it was Decore was near him, and the ball was just there, and he just collided with the crossbar or the upright, and then there was one against the Everton one. Oh my God! Remember when we was playing against Everton away when De Gea flipping passed it to Calvert-Lewin, or was it? Yeah, and then they scored. Bullshit. He was doing an absolute madness last year. So I just wanted Dean Henderson to come in and give De Gea that kick up the arse, because Sergio Romero was not being brought in ahead of him. It was almost like De Gea was undroppable at that point. I do agree that De Gea should have got dropped at that point from Romero. His head was all over the place. But Dean Henderson has come in and given De Gea that kick up the arse. And De Gea hasn't had a bad season. You know what I mean? This new toy syndrome always kicks in amongst fans out. It's like, if there's a new player there or a new system or a new something, it's like, use that, when the old thing hasn't even been busted this year. Like, De Gea's been calm this year. I don't, and on his wages, how are we going to shift him? So really, Man United might have effed themselves. You know what I'm saying? But Dean Henderson's good. I like him, but I just don't get this whole, what's going on. Daniel Luciano, big up Daniel Luciano, regular, says, completely off topic, but will you be doing a video on your channel addressing Ibra's comments on LeBron? Just seems woefully unaware. Big up, Flex. Yeah, it is off topic. I'm not going to go into it now, and I will touch on that on my channel. I won't do a specific video to that on the Flex, but I didn't like his comments, man. If you lot ain't seen it, go and check it out. I'm not going to talk about it now, but big up. It is important to talk about things like that. Duncan says Milan couldn't beat a 10-man Belgrade twice last round. Yeah, but that's last round, isn't it? I get it. Is that who they played in the last round? They couldn't beat a 10-man Belgrade. Well, they must have won because they're through, so they must have got the job done. You can't. I don't want to get looking into that kind of thing of they didn't win convincingly in the last round, so it means that they're crap now. You know what I mean? You could say that we only performed for half of the time because we were crap last night and saw the game out in a boring 0-0 and then kind of done the business on them in the 4-0. So look, I think it's massively important, this tie, in the midst of trying to balance the games that we've got versus some of the games coming up now with this. We're gonna see what Ollie's made of. Not even at the top level. That's where this is interesting as well, because we're not even being tested at the top level. So some people are looking at us like, wow, you can't even win the Europa League, or you can't even get to the final. You're going out at the round of 16, let's say, or if it would have been the round of 32, which would have been horrendous. You're going out at that stage. A lot of people would be saying, this ain't even the Champions League. We had a chance in the Champions League after getting us there, and we had to get 1 point from 6 in the last 2 games, and we couldn't do it. We went to Istanbul, which is going back to the Champions League. That's where that was really lost. Now, I mean, if we would have got just a draw out there, or done what we're supposed to do and beat them, and not defend like a bunch of schoolboys, we would have been through. You know what I mean? I know hindsight's a wonderful thing, but it's true. Jim King says, "Don't fix something that ain't broke. David De Gea is fine." Yeah, thank you. I wish I had the KG bomb there. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm on. Do you know what I mean? I'm saying that it's not broke. David De Gea is not doing anything wrong. Let that Dean Henderson bide his time. And if it gets to this whole, why am I not playing kind of thing, well, bye. Do you know what I mean? We want our own. He's one of our own. I get it. It's great. He's part of the fabric. And the success story behind it is great. I do want Henderson to potentially be the number one at the right time. At the right time is the key bit of what I'm saying there. He doesn't have a divine right to just walk in and dash out David De Gea, who, one, is on massive money, who that's worse for the club if we have to try and sell him, because although someone might buy him for, what's David De Gea going to be worth at his age on his wages in this current climate? 60 odd million, 60, 70 million, let's say, 50 to 70 million, let's say. But his wages, what's he on? Over 350 grand a week, something like that? 18 million a year? It's nuts peas. So, then we're going to be stuck with having to sell him. So it's Man United that have done that to themselves by signing De Gea up with that bigger contract. He's the highest paid player at the club. Justin V says the board hopes Ollie loses so they can blame him. If he wins, they can say he doesn't need new players. The boards always find a way out. Well, listen, after the Buccaneers winning the Super Bowl, the Glazers probably ain't even thinking about football right now. They're just raking it in from that, and they probably want Tom Brady to stay there and keep doing his thing. I think Tom Brady is going to stay, and that is true. You know, that is true because the board always moves mad. I said in the piece that I wrote in the United Stand website that no matter what summer it is, it's always long, it's always drawn out, it's always chaotic, and it sucks the life out of you. But somewhat, we're always pretty much left. People saying 50 mil max for De Gea. De Gea's not worth 70 mil. All right, fair enough, 50 mil. Cool. Fair enough, it's just an opinion. My God. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought now because people are arguing about the De Gea price in the free seats. I completely forgot what I was going to say. That's so annoying. Someone put in the comments what I was going to say. You know when you just lose your train of thought completely? That is like so jarring. Oh yeah, the board. That was it, the board. Yeah, we're always left in the summer window thinking like underwhelmed. You know, you look at the last summer window. I know Cavani ended up being good for us and now he's injured, which we kind of knew would happen at some point. He wouldn't go the whole season without getting injured. But we were massively underwhelmed. We were umming and ahhing about the Dembele situation, trying to get him on loan. They wanted to make it a permanent move, and I did watch. You know what? I do like Dembele, but it's just the injury situation. But he is very good. But we were left. You know, then we get Palestrian. He's on loan now at flipping wherever he's at. Yeah, in Spain. And it's like, we always get left underwhelmed. And that last super chat, to draw it back to that, it's true. The board they do always find a way to not spend. Either blame it on the COVID situation, which I understand with the Jadon Sancho thing, but we never got anywhere near the investment we should have got. And you just wouldn't put it past this board to get to the summer and we don't get the centre back in time. Because we know we need the centre back from now. Look at Bayern Munich. They've already signed up Upamecano. Ruthless. We never do it. I'd love to see the transfer window just open and within the first week or two, we got the centre back. Then move on to the defensive midfielder. Then work out what you're going to do with the right wing situation or if you're going to go for another forward. Then sort out the Pogba thing nice and early. Don't let it drag out. Either sign him up because you're going to keep him, which is going to be nuts if we do that. It'll be very interesting. Or sell him and get the peas and reinvest the money. Can we just be ruthless and efficient in a transfer window? That's all I'm asking for. That's all we're asking for. Danny Harden says, not worried about Zlatan. Not going to run in behind, is he? True. That's true. He's not going to run in behind. That's definitely not the thing. But it's the same reason for me of why I'm kind of worried about Giroud. Zlatan knows where to be. Zlatan is a top striker. If you give Zlatan too much space, he knows where to be. In the air, he can bully you. So yeah, if you do think about it, he isn't someone who should be completely dominating against us, even if it is Maguire and Lindelof. But I just know with Bailly there, it should be 30. We should have enough with Bailly and Lindelof, right? Sorry, Lindelof not in the team. Maguire and Bailly, let's say, with Wan-Bissaka just tucking in, Luke Shaw on the other side, to be dealing with Zlatan. We should. Where we come unstuck is if you got Lindelof and Maguire just doing a madness. Just don't feel your confidence. I can see some serious bullying going in there. But then again, Ollie's favourites, especially in the big games, is Lindelof and Maguire. So I think it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting because if Ollie picks the wrong team and loses this, it's going to come down like a ton of bricks. That's how I see it. Do you know what I mean? So, listen, if you're just joining us, smash a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new. The Europa League draw has been done. We have been drawn against AC Milan, Arsenal, and Tottenham, and all the other good teams were kind of kept apart. We're the ones who got the hard tie. FT Cooler says, it's all the English pundits that hate De Gea. It is a bit of an agenda. I don't understand it. Daniel Luciano says, my personal ideal situation is sell Henderson, use it for a player, and make Romero our backup again. Get standing at Old Trafford. Ambitious, I know. On Romero, let's face it, he's not going to be there, is he? He's not. I don't even know where he is. Do you know what I mean? He hasn't been given a number, he hasn't been registered. He's even in training. I don't even know. Is he training with the under-23s? So I can't see that happening. Like you said there, I think that's very ambitious. I really do. Sam says we didn't get the hard tie. AC Milan got the hard tie. Let's go United. Do you know what? In the words of if KG was here, who are AC Milan, bro? Tell them sit down. Who is Zlatan? He's old now. There you go. So it's true. Maybe we do have to be, because you know what? You know, we've got good players. Rashford, Bruno, Martial, Cavani, Greenwood, Dan James doing his thing now. We got threats of our own. So hey, don't get it twisted. You're right. I think we do need to remember that. Big up Sam for kind of bringing us back to that. They need to be looking at it and be fearful of us as well. You know. And I wonder how they're going to play. I wonder if they've worked out that. We play best on the counter attack. So the best way to play against us is to do the low block, to be low, compact, rigid in their formation. You know, hard to get at. I don't know. Usman Mahmood in the 360 says, "Bro, you missed my super chat. I'm sorry, man. I didn't see it. I don't know. I didn't see it. I really didn't see it. I'm trying to look for it now. Can't see it. I've enjoyed it, man. It's a blast. I've really enjoyed doing the show. Smash a like on the video if you've enjoyed it as well. Let me know in the comments in the 360 if you've enjoyed it as well. We're doing a lot more shows like this as well, interacting with you guys. I like it, man. I need to do more of this. I enjoy it. We are 7k off 1 million. When I think back to when I first joined the channel, and we're 7k off 1 million, man. Absolutely nuts. I can't wait to get to 1 million. And you know what? The sun's shining outside my window right now. Lockdown, there's a roadmap out of lockdown, so we've got to be happy. And we can start going back to football again from May, even though there's no football then. So hopefully next season we start doing that A1 content again. But I've really enjoyed this. So, guys, I'm going to sign off. Big up, AC Milan, roll it on. Chelsea, big game Sunday. Got to avoid a loss. What are you not saying about that? Because a draw is not a bad result. A draw is not a bad result, to be fair. I know you can say, oh no, because we're going to go away from City. Forget City. Like, just leave it. Yeah, we're not catching them. Yeah, the title's over. Forget that. But a draw's not probably the worst. But if we can go there and win, though, we've got the players to do it. And Chelsea haven't clicked into overdrive. But would I take a draw? I would. But I think it's going to be a boring game. I really do think it's going to be a boring game. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, we've got the 8 o'clock show later on tonight with Mark. I think he might be doing a press conference show as well. And we will see... what also Ollie has to say going into Sunday as well. So I think we've got a press conference show coming up and an 8 o'clock show, and then we go into Saturday, and obviously on the game day we'll have the fan forum, match reactions, and all of that.